Recipes for Hot Sex is a book about rekindling the passion in your relationship, about creating a deeper connection and more love, which is what we all want, isn't it?
Dr. Joan Irvine, author, clinical hypnotherapist, AOL online host, and noted speaker, is a popular and frequent guest on a variety of radio and television talk shows. Recently interviewed by Barbara Walters on ABC's The View, Dr. Joan talked about her newly acclaimed book, Recipes for Hot Sex. Just add love.
When we talk about mainly breakfast in bed. Now, breakfast in bed, the man's testosterone level is real high at that time, so he's going to be working really well. And you have the babysitter, so you have the children out of the house, like Maury talked about, and then you start to play with food. You start to eat a strawberry, really sexy-like. And
do you use these?
Oh, of course I do.
So you know from experience.
Absolutely, and plus with my clients.
Suck a strawberry.
Suck a strawberry. Really sexy.
What have we learned, boys and girls? Suck a strawberry.
The book and the questions helped me reanalyze, what I liked about her. And
yeah. It's always the same things that you liked that you hate after a while, though. Like when you're hot for somebody, like that little wink they give you, and then after a while, it's like, that tick is driving me nuts. Why is that?
You couldn't have had a better endorsement, and what you're saying is remember what it was like when it was all wonderful and try to rekindle it.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
A featured speaker at Governor Wilson's Conference for Women, the largest women's conference in the country. Her presentations include how to make time to date your mate, what you need to know to create balance in your life, and the 7 secrets to rekindle your passion for work.
Also, this woman is going like this, and she's going like this, and I said, well, please let me know what you want to talk about. She said, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I said, what are you talking about? She said, the chocolate. She said, I have been celibate for over a year, and I've been dating somebody for a while, and the other night we had a discussion about being intimate. She goes, he left the house. I went through the whole house looking for chocolate. She said, I could not find any, but in the back of the refrigerator there was a can of Hershey's chocolate. She said, you won't believe this. I got a spoon out and ate the whole thing. Everybody goes, oh, that's gross. But what it was is her body produced a little bit of this phenylethylamine, and all of a sudden it's going, whoa, I want some more of that. So she went and got the chocolate.
Hi, welcome. Thank you for being here today. I have the greatest job in the world. I help people restore balance to their lives. People who are in balance have a fuller, more productive life and a happier life. And I get to help them do that. It's really exciting. For those of you who have teenagers, you know the stress of teenagers, and you know you just like to lock them up in the closet, but you're not allowed to do that. For those of you who commute, commuting is a stress. And in fact, add the pollution that we have in LA, and that's another stressor, because remember, stress is any demand upon our body. It doesn't know whether it's pollution or commuting or teenagers. It just knows that it's getting stress. Let's take a look at what you can change. What you can change is some of your lifestyle. Let's take a look at your diet. Let's make a few minor changes to your diet. I want you to cut out caffeine. I want you to cut out sugar, white flour, beef, let's see, alcohol, and there was something else, and I said, cut them out. I said, that is my diet. Are you kidding? So I had to switch over to a fairly vegetarian diet with a little bit of fish and chicken. He had me take vitamins. Then he also said, Joan, you need to start exercising. If you're going to be doing all this, you have to start to exercise, because exercise decreases, it burns off the adrenaline in your system. And what are you going to do? You know you are going to be traveling, so you have to come up with an exercise that will work for you. So you either have to walk or you have to run, because you know you can do that anywhere that you're going. So I took up running. Then he said to me, Joan, we need to talk to you about your smoking. Excuse me, talk to me about my smoking? I have been smoking for 22 years, and lots of people have talked to me about my smoking, and I want to say the same thing to you, as I said to them, but you're my doctor, so I can't. And he said, well, Joan, we really need to talk about your smoking, because besides for your health, take a look at your mother. Every illness that your mother has is a result of smoking. And if you don't change that habit, in 20 years, you're going to be your mother. That was enough for me. And plus what this doctor did, instead of just saying stop smoking, which all the other doctors had done in the past, he said, here's the name of a good therapist, go see him. I went to the therapist, and July 24th, 13 years ago, my first visit, I stopped smoking. Whoa, that was a big one. I know that this doctor saved my life. This doctor taught me how to balance my stress no matter what was going on. He told me to take a look at the things that I could change, take a look at the things I couldn't change, and come up with a plan, come up with a strategy. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. I was raised by two accountants. You know, you want somebody who's very linear? That's me. And whenever I had a problem or a decision I had to make as a child, my father would sit me down and he would give me a chart like this, except it would say pros and cons. And he would say, Joan, now I want you to write down all the pros and I want you to write down all the cons. And whichever list is longer is the way you should logically go. Not that I always did what was logical, but that's the way you should logically go. This table is different. If you have 10 or 15 stressors, you better have 10 or 15 balancers so that you end up with it being balanced. Next, we're going to be talking about the 5 top signs of stress. We all have different signs that our body is under too much stress. Have you ever gotten that tight, almost nauseous feeling in your stomach? Yeah, that is one of the major signs of stress. When I get that, I know it's time for me to go and call for a massage. Well, you only get 2 weeks a year of vacation. What are you going to do the other 50 weeks of the year? You're going to take minute vacations. Now, we're going to do this exercise. The actual doing of the exercise the first time will take about 3 or 4 minutes, but know once you practice this, you can do this in 30 to 60 seconds. So for this exercise, I'd like everybody to put everything on the floor, get your laps free, and get comfortable in the back of your chair, lean back, relax, take a deep breath in, exhale and close your eyes. Now, a number of people go on vacation to the mountains, maybe to the desert, but today we're going to pretend we're on a beach in Hawaii. I just want, yes, somebody's already there. See, it just takes 2 seconds. So you're going to be going to this beach in Hawaii. Just pretend, imagine, play along with me. Imagine you have just taken your shoes off and you're walking on the soft, warm sand. You can feel the sand between your toes. Yes, oh, it feels nice and soft. And as you're walking down toward the water, you notice the blue skies, the puffy clouds, and then you notice a seagull just gliding in the sky. Oh, isn't this beautiful? As you walk closer to the water, you look out and you see the blue water with the white caps on top of the waves. Oh, isn't this beautiful? Getting to go to Hawaii. As you get closer to the shore, notice how the waves are breaking onto the shore and all the little foamy white stuff that comes up, and then notice how the water goes back into the ocean and another wave breaks and flows back into the ocean. It's almost as if you are mesmerized looking at the consistent but inconsistent flow of the water breaking on the shore. As you stand there, just imagine all of your stress, all of your tension is leaving your body, flowing into the sand, flowing into the water, and going out to the ocean. you feel so relaxed and enjoying this Hawaiian beach. Now take a deep breath. And as you exhale, open up your eyes. I know some of you are not going to want to. You're going to go, do I really have to come back? Yes, for tonight. But notice how you felt. Didn't you feel relaxed? Yeah, you felt very comfortable. You could feel that stress and tension leaving your body. Yeah. And it was all in your mind. Well, massage is very good. You know, it's something that we want to include in our balancers. There's two things about massage, and these are the two reasons why it works. First of all, you are getting the stress and the tension just massaged, kneaded out of your system. That's very good. The second reason is it gives us that human touch. A lot of us, if we don't have partners, we don't get touched a lot. When I was a psychology major at the University of Kansas, there were studies that came out and they tested two groups of chimpanzees. Yeah, you remember this study. And they were treated the same except one group, except for food and maintenance, were left alone. The other group were picked up and they were cuddled and they were talked to and they were told they were loved. Well, guess what happened? This group was well-adjusted, social, absolutely fantastic. This group was schizophrenic, antisocial. So touch is very important. If you don't have a partner, make sure that you get a massage. In fact, companies nowadays are starting to allow people to come in with these massage chairs and give 10 or 15-minute massages to their employees. They're finding it's a lot better than a coffee break because they're actually relaxing rather than just putting the caffeine into their system. Today, we have talked about what stress is. We have talked about the causes of stress. We have talked about the signs of stress. And we have talked about techniques you can use to balance your stress. I hope that by being here today, you have learned techniques that will help your health be better, to help you be more successful, happier, and to have more joy in each day. Thank you.